Earlier this month, the USCCB elected a new chairman of the Committee on Catholic Education who hopes to help Catholic schools focus on their mission to strengthen the faith foundation, especially during this pandemic. Bishop Thomas Daly from the Diocese of Spokane joins us now. And Bishop Daly, you'll be starting your new role at a crucial time for Catholic schools. Declining enrollment was already causing many Catholic schools across the country to close. The pandemic just added more economic challenges, and as you know, our schools did not get much help from the CARES Act relief package. So what's the plan moving forward to help our schools stay afloat?
Well, the first is to be able to secure, if possible, assistance for the PPE and other issues, testing. I know, again, the Archdiocese of New York was ruled in their favor to be able to do that. We haven't yet faced that challenge here in Eastern Washington, but again, I'm very conscious of the fact that the most immediate pressing issues, of course, are the health and safety of our students and their families, and of course, the economic well-being. But beyond that, I think the pandemic has really given us a providential opportunity to really examine why we have our Catholic schools. In the midst of so much illness and difficulty and hardship and really despair, we are beloved sons and daughters of Jesus Christ, and no educational environment provides that in a foundation, in its lived reality of the Catholic schools. So in one sense, the Catholic schools are needed now more than ever, almost as if we were in that time of the know-nothings, the time of the 1800s, when the schools were obviously anti-Catholic. You add secularism in, and almost amid hostility to Christianity, to the church. The schools, working with our young people, my own experience of being as a priest and an administrator, a teacher, I know young people are drawn to the truth of Jesus Christ. So we do have the realities of economics, but we also have in that a re-examine and a reappreciation of our mission to help our young people come to know Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. Now, what about the coronavirus testing in Catholic schools? You mentioned already, and we've been reporting about the Archdiocese of New York, which sued the New York City Department of Education to provide that testing for Catholic school students, just as it does for public school students. So do you think the state and the city governments have to do more to help our Catholic schools?
Absolutely. We're talking about the health and well-being and the attitude of that being the top priority. Saying that at one time in the early days of the pandemic that religious services were not essential. We've seen that. They are essential, and all education, whether in private schools, Catholic schools, or public schools. We're talking about the health of our young people and their families. So it is something that it is a matter of justice. Our Catholic school parents pay taxes. They support the public schools. We also provide an education. And this is something that doesn't have anything to do with faith. It is the safety and well-being. And I believe it is a matter of what is just.
Sure. Now, there is a silver lining to the pandemic here in the Diocese of Brooklyn schools. The procedures that were put in place to keep the students safe actually led to an increase in enrollment. The public school parents started putting their kids in our Catholic schools. So have you seen that trend in other areas of the country?
We have, even in my Diocese of Spokane, Washington, because the limits on who can come, we have waiting lists. And I think this is allowing for our parents to say, why are schools important? Catholic schools, we educate in the great tradition of Jesus, let the children come to me. No one has that but the church. And maybe we are helping our parents to say, this is a priority. As much as we're doing this interview via computer or Skype or virtual, there's nothing like the personal contact. And our Catholic schools are really relational learning. And that is something maybe our parents are now coming to see is worth that sacrifice.
Sure, especially for those younger children. Bishop Thomas Daly, USCCB Chairman for the Committee on Catholic Education, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much. God bless.
If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell to get updates to all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.